Roadhouse Interactive and Acronym Games have partnered up to create MechWarrior Tactics. This is obviously a franchise that already exists, so why was this a game that you guys wanted to create?
Well, MechWarrior is an amazing franchise, and we felt like we could do a really interesting spin on it if we built collectible strategy. And so we took those ideas, which are both big in gaming, and applied them to the MechWarrior franchise.
What is MechWarrior Tactics? Because you don't necessarily have to be a MechWarrior fan to enjoy the game.
It's a game where you field a lance of mechs, which is 4 mechs, against an opponent fielding the same thing. You guys then take turns, and it's actually asynchronous, so you can play over a long period of time, or you can play quickly with somebody. And then once you've got your mechs out and you're battling with each other, you essentially give the directions to your mechs of how to move and how to fire, and then you get to actually watch the resolution of each turn in a blaze of 3D glory as we bring the cameras down low and cut and actually see the results of each of the turns' combat.
So what you've done is created a free-to-play browser-based title that will operate on any browser with the Unity plugin. So why was this the best route to take for this game?
We're huge fans of free-to-play. We're huge fans of browser. We think those are really the easiest way to allow our gamers and our consumers access to the games that we're building. So for us, that was a really easy step to take. I think the collectible model also really lends itself to that. We can grind out stacks, or you can buy them. So that opportunity and that way we're setting up the game with really head-to-head battles really works well in that model.
What are some of the core gameplay elements for this title?
Well, really we're trying to focus on the collectability, the customization, which is a fundamental aspect of any MechWarrior franchise, as well as obviously the combat, really making a turn-based strategy game bring an intensity that people wouldn't expect otherwise.
How is this going to work then? How does the combat work?
Right, so it's a you go, I go style strategy game. We'll take turns going back and forth, and then everything kind of explodes in a culmination of a cinematic combat replay. And what players are going to be able to do is take all of those together and have one end-to-end awesome replay of the entire game that you played.
When it comes to the mechs, usually bigger is better, but how are you going to start out in the game and get better?
It's going to be about skill. Each mech has a specific tactical role, and so you will need to use various mechs for various tactical issues and needs and objectives.
How do you plan to continue to update the game and make sure that there's a fresh group of people playing?
We want to bring players along on this journey as we explore the universe, and we'll be having additional content released in the future that is aligned with the universe.